from the beginning. Okay, so here's my new scratch. As you can see, it is empty. I hope you can mirror my screen now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to take this out. Take this out. Then come here. So the first thing is to select a backdrop. So my backdrop, I'm using this. So this is how a punk backdrop always looks like. And then the next thing is to bring in our ball. So we're going to go to sprites, and then we select a ball. We select a ball. Okay, you have the ball. Now, since you have the ball, the first thing we want to do is bring points in direction. Now remember to always bring out your green flag out. But let me show you what this does. Now, what amongst us here is in, you are done with preschools. You are done with preschool. That's elementary school. You've done your primary 1 to basic 1 to 5 or basic 1 to 6. You know what is angle 90? Do you know what angle 90 is?
Yes, sir.
Do you know what angle 90 is?
Yes, sir.
What's angle 90?
Angle 90 is a right angled degree. Is a right angled degree.
The right angle. Is it right angle triangle, right?
Yes, sir.
Right angle triangle. So angle 90 is right angle triangle, or you call it angle on a straight line. Or you call it angle on a straight line. Okay? So what that means is, if we put points in direction, okay? We put points in direction 90, right? This, if I show you now, let me click on this. Now, can you see this? This is right angle triangle. So it cut out some parts from this. Now the entire cycle of this is 360, right? This is 360.
Yes, sir.
So now it cut out a quarter of this. Okay, it cut out a quarter of this, which is 90. Now 90 is angle on a straight line. Okay, so 180 is a straight line. Angle, yeah, but in this case on Scratch, you can say 90 is straight line. So it's going to move like this or like this. Okay, it's going to move like this. So it's go like this. But what we want it to do, we want it to go half. So instead of it going this way, instead of it going this way, we want it to go like this, go like this. So we're going to give this, change this from 90 to 45. Now, if I bring this and drag it up, you can see that it keeps changing. Okay, so point in direction 45. Now, if I bring this here, well, you won't see the difference. You won't see the difference. It only rotates very small. The next thing we want to do is what? A forever block. So you bring out the forever block. You snap the forever block in there. And then you give it what? Because So you give it a move. Give it move 10 steps and do this. Can you see? So it's going to point in direction and then move in direction. Now move 10 steps can either be, will only go straight. Okay, there's no direction. But because you have given it to go in direction 45, okay, it will only move in direction of that. It will, this 10 step will only make it move in direction of this 45, which was why the ball went this way. Okay, which was why the ball went this way. Now, the next thing is we need a block called eve on edge bounce. So what we want this to do is whenever this is the edge of the, so let me maximize this. This is the edge, okay? This part here that has a gray border, this gray border is the edge of the screen, okay? So we want to bring this and say eve on edge bounce. Can you see? So whenever it reaches the edge, it's going to bounce back, right? So we've gotten halfway of
Yes,
what
sir.
we want to achieve.
Yes, sir.
But the next thing is to bring a paddle. You bring a paddle to control it. So I'll leave this to you. I'll leave this to you. Should we use? Okay, instead of using a paddle, we can actually use. Instead of using a paddle, let's use button. So I want to also what you are going to do for me now. Make this button move left and right. So I want it done in less than 3 minutes. Are we good? Can you do that? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Can you do that? So I want the button to move.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so do that for me now. Make the button move in less than 3 minutes.
The button to move where? Hello, sir.
Yeah? I'm listening.
The button to move where?
Left and right. Did you get that?
Okay.
Left and right.
The button to move
Left
to
and
left,
right. Yeah. So
I'm done.
you done? Who is that? Is that Tuminunu or Daniel?
Sir. Yes, I've done it. Daniel.
Suminunu, are you done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me see. Share your screen to Minunu.
Wait, what is it doing? Sorry, sir, there's been an error. I'm coming, sir.
So can I share my screen?
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
Can I
yes.
share my screen?
Yes, you can.
So this is the information. visitor.
Let's move on.
The space bar is making
You are the host.
move.
Can you close the chair?
This bar makes
Three.
it move left, and the down arrows make it move right.
Is it moving?
Sorry, make it move left, and the down bar, and yes, it's moving. Moving.
Okay.
So can I stop sharing?
Yeah. Share your screen. Where's the software?
Okay, sir.
Good. That's good. That's good. Good. Okay. All right. So let's move on. Stop sharing so I can take over. Okay. So at the moment,
What are you? Okay.
so at the moment, so this is what we have, okay? Now, the next thing we want to achieve is to be able to make the, okay, sorry, I've not done that for mine, but I don't have to worry about this because I can always take care of it, okay? Now, the next thing we want to do is to make the ball to be able to get contact, okay? To have contact with the paddle, okay? So, and the way we do that is you go back to the ball, okay? Go back to the ball, and then you put a conditional statement, okay? Which is what if then, all right? You put an if then block, and you come down to sensing and say if touching what? The button. If touching the button 3, what should happen? So can someone tell me?
Going to stop.
Huh?
When it is touching button 3, it should bounce off it.
Okay. So how do we make it bounce off it?
Let me check.
How do we make it bounce off it? I'm waiting on you guys. Somebody wants to give it a try? No. Hello?
Okay, let me check.
Hello? Come on, why are you quiet? Who can give it a try? How do we make it bounce off the button?
So if it touch the button, it should bounce off the button.
Yeah, so what block should what code should be responsible, or what code would be responsible for handling that? Hmm? Hello?
Hi.
Yeah, so I'm waiting now. I'm waiting on your input. I want to get your input.
I don't know.
You have no idea.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you didn't say anything. So here, the next thing we're going to do is come to motion, and then we're going to use this. Remember I said that at the beginning of the class before our first week, that if you want to make an object turn, you use this, and then you can change how you want it to turn. So here we're going to say, okay, we want it to turn 180 degree. Whenever it touches the ball, whenever it touches the paddle, it's going to bounce off. Can you see?
Yes, sir.
Ah, it's working for mine.
Working for you too.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
And then we put move. We want it to bounce and move. Should we say how many? Maybe 12. So let's stop and start. So that is that for the ball. So the ball is keep bouncing. Next thing we want to do is we want to add another sprite called the uh, so you make this smaller. Okay. So now you need to create more copies of this. So now the idea is So what you are going to do, this is supposed to be like break, okay? So if the ball touches the, if it touches the button 2, it was supposed to create like a crack. So the way you are going to create your crack, maybe you use a brush. Or yeah, just make it white. Or you know how to make cracks now. Okay.
Cracks on the bottom.
What do you say?
That can you make cracks on the bottom?
Yes. Like you can just make it have like different cracks so that it looks like if the ball is actually breaking the walls. Okay.
Yes,
I'll leave that as your assignment to do. But let's move to the more important aspects of it. So the idea is if the ball touches this for the first time, it's going to leave, it's going to change colors. Okay. We actually don't know if those colors exist. So okay, so the first thing is if the ball touches this blue, make it change color. If sorry, yeah, if the button touches the ball, it's going to change to costume 2. So we come to bring out green flag, do a forever, put an if statement, a conditional statement, and say, okay, if touching what? If touching the ball, if touching the ball, what should happen? Switch to button, switch to button what? Button 2B. Okay, switch to button 2B. So come back to looks. Uh, switch to button 2B. Okay, so now let's start. Oh, sorry, this is button 2B. So you can see that. But always make sure that your costume start from the blue button, which you already know how to do. So if you do this, it changes, okay? Now, if it touches the ball for the second time, it's going to disappear. So if it touches, so you bring out another if. Another if. So let's see if this works. If touching this ball, do what? Height. can see it. So is it a noun? So whenever you click the green flag, you do what? You show. So instead of using ball, what we are going to use now is, okay. Mm, so what we are supposed to do is, if it touches the color, okay. So it's getting a bit tricky now. So the first thing we want to do is to touch, or should we even change color? Should we change color? Should we do change color?
Maybe.
So,
Why?
okay. So now if it touches this for the first time,
Yes. But what? 5:30.
okay, change color, change color. If it touches again, if it touches it again for the second time, we want it to disappear. Okay. So how can we achieve that? Hmm? Hello? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, how can we achieve that? So now I know the first thing is, sorry, please. So the first thing is, if it touches the blue color, okay, it's going to change the color. And the second thing is, once it change color, if it touches the ball again, what should happen? It's going to disappear. But
Yes.
if we use if touching ball, okay, if we use if touching ball, it's going to counter the change color, because what you're saying is if you touch ball, hide. So it's just going to do that directly. So instead of using if touching ball, we do this, we use this color. So we'll say if we use this color, if touching this, if this color is touching what color now? If this color is touching, so we come here. If this color is touching this color, hide. So let's pray that works. So it's not working. So it means is either something is wrong. Okay. Should we change this to a different color? Uh, maybe red. Okay. So that is not working, but it should work. So let's check the ball and be sure the edge of the ball. Should we use another color ball? Green color. So if green, oh, hmm. So this is not working. Something is wrong. Was it supposed to work? It was supposed to work. So it means something is wrong with our code. So we need to look for a way to debug. Okay. So we need to look for a way to debug and make sure everything works fine. Uh, so let's look. Is there another block that can work? Uh, mm, for this, no. The other way is if the ball, the other way we can do it is to put it on the ball. So if the ball touches the red color, okay, if the ball touches the red color, it should add a score. So you can say if if the ball, if touching red color, come to variable, add a score, add change score by 1, and always remember to set score to 0.
So,
Yeah.
but shouldn't we put a, like, if the ball should touch the bottom, it's game over?
Yeah, we'll do that. So now the next thing is to draw a red line, but we're going to duplicate this. But you are going to arrange yours and make it more beautiful than this.
Is it compulsory I arrange it in a straight line up?
Yeah, it has to be because the ball has to be touching all this. So it has to touch. So the idea is for you to finish the game, you need to like break through all these red lines here.
Hmm?
Do you get?
Yes, sir.
So you need to create as many as possible. So you can see the way I arrange mine. So you make your paddle smaller, move it down. Okay. So we are going to add another variable called life. And you make life equals to 3. Set life equals to 3. Okay. And then you draw another sprite. Can see my own line is not straight.
Yeah, fine. Nothing much. That's good. It's better. It's not good.
So, well, you make your own straight. So, so sorry, my internet. I need to put on my internet. Okay, so you make your own straight. So now, if the ball touches the red line, okay. So we set life to 3, and then we bring another if block and say if touching sprite 2, or you can rename sprite 2 to line. Okay. If touching line, change score by -1. I'm going to change, sorry, not score, life. Reduce the life by -1. Is it falling? It's rain. It's raining outside. Okay. So we do this. So you can see your life. So if it touches the line, you change your, so you can see now life is -1, I mean -2. So instead of getting to, remember the same thing we did for what we did yesterday. So if life equals to, 0, okay? So you bring another if statement. If life equals to 0, you end the game. Is that clear? But tomorrow we are going to finish up. So the only thing that is left at the moment is to add score to this button and then make it disappear and then appear whenever we click the green flag. Now, the other thing you need to do is make this button smaller so that everywhere, because the way everything is cluttered like this is not looking nice. So make it smaller and then you add life to it, okay? So tomorrow we are going to finish up. Are we good?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but you can try at your own spare time to see if you can get the ball or the button working. Okay. So that should be your assignment. That's your assignment. So try and see if you can make the button work. So we continue from there tomorrow.
So please don't stop sharing your. So please can you continue sharing your screen?
Can I?
Can you share your screen, please? My network went back, so I didn't know what to do.
Okay. Are you seeing my screen now?
No. Okay, yes, I can see your screen now. Okay, so you can stop sharing your screen now. I'm done.
So I can end the class.